Let us hope that change there will be. But this change cannot be in terms of pious resolutions and words. It's got to be translated into action.
Tom was a gift of competence to the country. And because he was a gift of competence to the country, he believed, he was a devout believer in competence, a devout believer in performance, a devout believer in excellence.
The struggle in Africa is one for nothing less and nothing more than the eradication of poverty, disease, and ignorance.
Tom was a genius guy, was gifted, because Tom at early age, before he attained the age of 30 years old, he was talking to people like the late Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. He addressed a joint meeting with the late Martin Luther King Jr.
Yes.
On issues of the freedoms, not only for the African Americans, but for the whole world, how people should attain freedom. Indeed, he joined the Latin Americans, trade union leaders, Asia and Africa, to free trade union.
Tom was never a loner. He never believed in doing things alone. And I think that we have made reference to when he came into trade union. He saw each union could not effectively achieve the desire by going it alone.
And he was a good agitator and a planner as well, the late Tom Mboya. As we celebrate 50 years since he was assassinated, Tom was a wonderful guy. Mm-hmm. I am, or according to COTU's hierarchy, because Tom founded, and he was he didn't found, but he was a leader of the Kenya Federation of Labor, precursor of the Central Organization of Trade Unions. After that, he went into politics. But he had left a very important document behind, of which we still respect to date, called Industrial Relations Charter. This is a document that spells how one can build an organization, a workers' organization can build a strong relationship with other social partners.
A person is not just an individual, he's part of a system, he's part of a community. He has responsibilities within that community. He has duties to perform in that community. But in turn, the community has also got responsibility to him. They have duties towards him and his children.
Tom carried himself with humility. He carried himself with humbleness. But because he was a believer in competence, he searched for competence. He surrounded himself with people of competence. If he found that you had that quality, quite often he fished you into his performing group. And his gift, his liking for competence and performance is what actually gave birth to what we call airlift. The purpose for the airlift was to offer education to the natives, such that when independence arrived, it is not given to incompetent. Because I would assume that the British wanted independence to arrive and given to independence so that they could say, but you know, natives, we told you could run a country. But Tom decided we cannot have a country being run by incompetence. So that was the purpose of the airlift. In that airlift, there are many. A lot has been talked about Professor Madai, Wangari. We have George Saitoti. We have great Professor Mazrui.
He forged a relationship that no any other leader in this country has managed to do it between us and the US. Really agreement that saw Kenyans being prepared for independence before independence.
Tom's biggest contribution to the world is, in my view, is in sending to the US the senior Barack Obama, the father of the first Black American president of the most powerful country in the world.
If Tom Mboya was to wake up today, after 50 years, would they be happy with you as the COTU Secretary
Absolutely.
General?
What would surprise him is that if you go to countries like Denmark, they have a population of 2.5 million. If you go to countries like Norway, they have a population of 2 million. If you go to countries like Sweden, their population is between 5 and 6 million. Those countries, all those Scandinavian countries with well-performing economy. And when you come to Kenya, what will surprise Tom Mboya? Because when he died, labor movement was not even 30,000 members. It didn't have 30,000 members. When Juma Boy was dying, we were 250,000 members, trade union movement. When the late Joseph Jolly Mugala was leaving, who was there for 3 good sessions of 5 years each, we were at 300,000 members when I took over labor movement. Today, if I'm leaving labor movement, we are at 4 million Kenyans who are in the trade union movement. So there are a lot of achievements. He would be very happy. But for us who knew him, it was a sad moment to have lost Tom at that early age. Tom was good, Tom was respected, Tom was an orator, and Tom knew what Kenyans wanted and at what time.